Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Inspire curriculum where I'm going to show you guys how to create your own curriculum. So I'm super excited. This is going to be fun and amazing. So today I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Kelly Jones. I have been an early childhood educator for 8 years. So that means that I've been working with children for 8 years. And I have my associate's degree in early childhood education from Rasmussen College. And I have my bachelor's degree in professional studies in early childcare, which is just the administration portion of being a director and owning my own childcare center. And so, what I am the CEO of Inspire Child Care Centers, and how this idea came about is from me just working for different companies such as like KinderCare, the Learning Zone, the learning experience, and for working from different, like childcare centers, that I'm like, hey, I was like, I've had to observe and watch other children, and I realized that is something missing. And I realized what was missing is that so many children have different gifts that are their natural skill sets, and I wanted to help them to cultivate those gifts, connect with business owners, and for them to launch their business. So that is how the idea of Inspire Child Care Centers began and the Inspire program started. So I'm super excited. Today we're going to learn about how to create your own curriculum. And so I'm kind of going to walk you step by step of what that process looks like, how to get started, how to publish your curriculum, how to upload it and get it on Amazon so that you can make those sales. And then also, if you have any other questions, I will have that information where you guys can reach out to me by email. And then I'll also share any upcoming events that the Inspire program will be conducting this year in 2025. So I'm excited for us to get started. So today I'm excited to share with you guys kind of what made me go through the process of learning how to develop a curriculum. I was sitting down working for one of the business owners that I used to work for at a child care center, and we were brainstorming ideas, and we came up with the idea of, hey, like maybe we should do a curriculum. And so the curriculum was kind of based on crafts, which are just arts and crafts that kids can put together while they're at her facility. And so I was like, hey, sometimes ideas sound amazing until it's time to bring that idea to life. So I realized that it took a lot of work to create a 12-month curriculum based on activities for the kids to do, but it was amazing, and it was fun just to see that being brought to life and for it to come together. And so I'm just going to share with you kind of what that process looked like with creating this curriculum. And so for anyone, even if you're not in the early childhood education field, you can still utilize this platform and these different softwares that I'm going to share with you guys. You can use them to create your book if you have a book that you want to write and to publish. Also, if you're looking to just develop curriculums for, let's just say, finances or whatever area that you're interested in bringing that to life, that you could be able to do that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for kids. If you have something that you want to teach someone and you want to build out that step by step and kind of teach them, because that's what curriculums do. They teach you a skill set, or they teach you something to learn as you're going through the book and you're following along through the instructor. So it just kind of gives you that layout to learn whatever skill that it is that you're trying to learn. So I'm excited. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and kind of share with you the template. So with this first curriculum that I built, one of my first things that I always make sure is that I have an overall goal or objective with my curriculums. So for this one that I created for my last boss, the purpose of that curriculum was to encourage children's curiosity through art, to help to stimulate connections and achievable milestones in every developmental domain. So, with education, that's just terminology for making sure that mentally, emotionally, that certain areas of development that that child is able to reach those milestones. So, the areas of development that we kind of focus in on with her curriculum was cognitive, which is just the way that a child thinks and processes information. Physical, so that deals with the child's like movement. Social, that's communication, and emotional. So that's kind of like happy, sad, frustrated, confused. So different emotions. We want to help children to develop in those different areas. So with her curriculum, because hers was kind of geared towards like arts and crafts, and her business is open year round. So we did hers based off the season. So fall, winter, spring, summer. And so here's kind of what the summer curriculum looked like. We kind of have like the little theme of the summer going on. We have the different themes of the month. So with summer, you have June, July, and August. And we have the different topics. So like under the sea. And with those topics, you can kind of have the idea of our focus going to be the ocean and sea creatures and animals. And then July, we're learning about outer space. So, that will deal with the stars, planets, astronauts. And then August is all about me. And so we kind of included those holidays and those special dates in those months that people kind of celebrate. And so we have like our learning objectives or our learning standards. So those are just the different skill sets that your child is going to develop as they go through that month. And so we see that they're going to develop awareness of objects and how objects can change in their environment. The next objective is that they're going to learn to observe and make simple predictions and build simple descriptions for how objects move and begin to use common relative vocabulary or related vocabulary to objects that move. So they're able to give words to what it is that they're supposed to be learning. And also, they're going to demonstrate eye and hand coordination. So here's like our letter of the week, our book of the week, number of the week, colors. So we have our songs. And with this art curriculum, it just had the photos of what they're supposed to create. So it helps the teacher to know what the finished product is supposed to look like, the materials needed, and then the outcome of the activity. So the child should be able to discover how to make a hand fish puppet. So that was just kind of the simple breakdown for her curriculum. And so those developmental learning standards. So when you're doing a curriculum, you always want to make sure to list out like your key objectives of what someone is going to learn in that chapter. So let's just say if you're talking about budgeting, so you're going to learn, okay, some people like to use Excel sheet. You're going to also learn, okay, what is budgeting and breaking that down. That's looking at what you're bringing in as far as like, income, and then you're given different areas. So let's just say if you have like bills that you have to pay, you're going to break down those different categories where people spend money. And so you're going to help to kind of walk them through. So you could just say, like, for the objective of budgeting is learning what your income expenses would be. And so by the time you get finished with that lesson, you're going to know what a budget is. You're going to know how to budget with the resources or the income that you're bringing in. So that's, of course, if you're doing a curriculum on finances. And so in the education field, we do have it. Let's see. I'm going to try to pull it up. Let me see. I feel like sometimes these kind of have a mind of their own. So we have our 10 Ls right here. So our 10 Ls in early childhood education is kind of like those milestones that your child is planning on reaching as they're learning and they're growing. And so I'm going to kind of go back a little bit. So here's one of our resources, which is Tennessee.gov, where they have the early learning developmental standards. So you have it for different age groups. So you have it for the 4-year-olds and then birth through 48 months. And so that's basically like 3-year-olds. And so you'll kind of just look at those different key objectives. So let's see, we're going to click on the birth through 48 months, and we're just going to look at what those standards look like. So when I went through creating my curriculum, I pulled from these different areas of development that children need to learn and to grow in with certain ages. And so, as you can see, I just kind of like copied what the objective is for the child to learn is they're engaging in those activities from the curriculum. And so, this is the curriculum that I decided to create for myself with Inspired Child Care Centers, and it's biblically based. So, we have scriptures incorporated, and because I'm a homeschool parent, I love taking my child outside and creating a curriculum that allows him to explore different areas. And so I love to use the Canva website. They pretty much for free for their basic option. And so you have access to designs, element text, brands, with creating your own logo. You can upload photos, you can do different tools, and this is like an area of different projects. And then they also have other applications within their software that you can use. So a lot of these are free as far as like their templates and designs. Now, if you do want to upgrade where you see the crown, you'll have to, pay for their premium package, which does cost money. But for this letter template is what I use to create the Inspired Child Care Center's curriculum. So here's like my title. These are some of the images that Canva provide. So I use the images that Canva provided to create my book cover, which is really fun and exciting. This was kind of like a demo. And then here I love listing the focus of the curriculum because for anyone who's looking to purchase the curriculum, you want to make sure that you kind of have it laid out what the person can expect as they're going through your curriculum and they are looking at the content that you're providing. So I stated that the intent of this curriculum is to provide children with a variety of learning methods that serve every child. In this curriculum, you will find links to support all forms of learners from auditory, which is hearing, visual, which is seeing, and kinesthetic learners, which are children who enjoy doing physical activities with their hands. And so this curriculum is focused on building the development of the child by using Tennessee learning standards for early learners. And so that's kind of like citing the different um, objectives from the learning standards that your child will kind of learn as they progress through the curriculum. So here I kind of did this design for the scripture. I included that. I made sure branding is very important since I'm doing the curriculum. And then we have the links here. We have our Inspire Weekly participation. So that's kind of what you're going to focus on that week. So we're going to discover and explore natural environments. We're going to search for the stars, sun, sky, and water this week. So as you go out, showing your child, okay, this is the stars, and here is our developmental learning standards. So that's what I pulled from that Tennessee.gov website where they have those standards listed out for those milestones. And then also we have our book, which is I Am Earth. And then we have our words of the week. So your child will expand on learning what those words are as they continue to progress throughout the week. And so here in my curriculum, every curriculum is different depending on your target market of who you're trying to appeal to as an author or a curriculum planner. So for me, I made sure to include my teacher lesson expansion, which helps the teacher to kind of get a better understanding of different questions that they can ask their children as they're going through the curriculum. So this will kind of help them to engage with their child and to kind of direct their learning and to have open-ended questions where the child is able to dive a little bit deeper and to kind of explore their own way of thinking and explaining what they're learning. So I wanted to also include worksheets. So here they're practicing writing the letter E. Here they're learning about the different shades of blue. How does blue make them feel? And then here are worksheets where they can learn about the letter E. So we have elephants. So they're doing matching. So they're learning how to coordinate different, pictures with words and to create those connections. And so these are just different ways that you can go about just kind of formatting your curriculum. I feel like for me, that was kind of like the toughest part in creating my curriculum from scratch is kind of figuring out, okay, what do I want my curriculum to look like? What colors do I want to use? How many boxes do I want to create for the information that I want to include? Now, if you're looking for an older audience, you may not need as much photos or you may not need as many brackets or boxes from what you're seeing in my curriculum. So you kind of want to make it tailor-made for your audience. Now, if you enjoy photos, then you can kind of have different photos for your audience. So this is for my children's curriculum for kids ages 2 to 5 years old. And then this is the one for the Inspire program. So their curriculum is completely different. And this is kind of for my older kids. So let me not hurt your eyes and let me take you to the top of this one. So here's our Inspire Career Mapping Journal. So this is kind of like our workbook for the children that go through our Inspire program. And this is for our teens. So this is not the curriculum for the babies. Because the babies will be like, what kind of vocabulary is this person using? So this is kind of for our older age group. So you want to make sure that your wording is fit for the audience that you're trying to appeal to. So this is for an older audience where we can use bigger words. So here we're talking about vision. We're defining what vision is. We're having questions of reflection for them to kind of think on. And then you're going to create a vision for yourself. So here we have the now and then the future. And then also, let's see, in this curriculum, we have it where they're learning about their strengths and their weaknesses and their skill sets and their abilities. And they're learning more about their self. And also like their interests. So here you see, I kind of put just like one picture because I love visuals. So I want to make sure that I'm appealing to that audience who enjoys visuals because it's something that I want to be able to connect to various different types of children who learn that way, or even teens that learn that way. And then here we have larger words that we use for our older group where they learn about the different types of businesses. So here I've kind of laid out that format for, okay, what is a business? Defining what that is, explaining the different types of businesses. So you see here we have more words and less pictures as to when I'm working with children and I'm building a curriculum for children. I'm using more hands-on activities. So it's more worksheets, more activities where they're engaging, they're feeling and using their senses to explore and learn. And so it's just kind of based on what you want to do as the person who is creating your curriculum. So if it's more for adults, you'll have more words, possibly less pictures. If you're appealing to children, you're probably going to have more pictures and more engaging activities for whoever it is that's instructing the child, for them to kind of, for you to guide that teacher as far as when it comes to instructing that child. So Canva is an amazing platform to be able to bring your curriculum to life. And like I shared with you guys, I use the letterhead or the letter formatting for me to be able to create this curriculum and to bring it together. So now that we've talked about how you're going to bring your curriculum together, when you're ready to download, so you've finished getting your title, your material for your curriculum, you're going to click on the share button. And the share button is going to allow you to download your files. So for me, this file is 65 pages long for my curriculum. Now, every curriculum is not created equal. So that just means that if you're planning on teaching a lot of information, your book may be longer than 65 pages. If you're looking to condense your book down and just keep it short and simple, then it may be less than 65 pages. It just depends on what you're trying to teach and who you're trying to teach to. And so for this file, you don't want to do a PNG only because that's just photos. So that's just the image. But since you're doing a curriculum, you want to stick with the PDF standard, which is best for like documents. And then if you want to use the PDF print to where it's a lot nicer, the formatting, that's more so for textbook style. And the thing that I love about Canva is that you can also print with Canva. So Canva is going to share with you how much everything is going to cost and all of those fun things. So I use the letterhead template. If you want to turn it into a notebook, then you would just select notebook and then it's going to generate everything in a notebook format. And so I'm sharing with you guys kind of what that looks like. And so they're going to give you with Canva kind of what that looks like. So let's dive in and see what the samples kind of look like if you decide to go with the notebook format for your curriculum. So it kind of shows you what the pages would look like, what they're using to kind of keep your book together. And so they do give you different samples. You could use wide rule, you could use college rule, and then they also have the pricing just for that one notebook. So that's only if you just want like one notebook. So I'm going to share with you guys what I typically use when it comes to completing my curriculum. So I'm going to go over here to the Kindle Direct Publishing, and this is going to be your best friend. I love it because you have your bookshelf where it shows all of your different projects. You have your reports where it's able to show you kind of your traffic on the Amazon platform. And then the community, it allows you to connect with other authors who also use Kindle Direct Publishing. And they also have different challenges where you can win money through Amazon by participating in their community and the challenges that they offer. And then also like marketing. So they're going to be able to track your sales. They're going to let you know how much profit you're making every month by your product that you're selling on Amazon. So it just allows you to have everything in one platform. Now, Kindle Direct Publishing is also free. It's also free. So I love how it's not going to cost you anything except for your time. That's the only thing it's going to cost you is your time. So I wanted to share with you guys that for me, it shows right here. So this is kind of the curriculum that I was sharing with you guys. So it gives you the title of your curriculum. So mine is Inspired Childcare Center's Curriculum, Book One, Creation. And here it allows you to schedule your release date. So it lets you know like, hey, this day is when your book is going to be sold on the Amazon platform. So it shows for me that it's scheduled March the 21st, 2025. So that's when the book will be released on Amazon for you guys to order. And so another amazing thing about Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing is that once you set your scheduled date, you literally don't have to like work hard. So you don't have to worry about putting your book together, the pages together. Amazon is literally going to print on demand. So the moment somebody goes on Amazon, they see your book, they add it to their cart, they check out, so they've completed their purchase. Amazon is going to print your book and they're going to mail it directly to that individual. So you don't have to worry about the hassle of trying to put your book together. Amazon does it for you. So here you see that I'm selling the book for $16 and it shows that this is a paperback format is what I'm using. They also have Kindle ebooks and they show you different formats that you would need for that. And also with the Kindle ebook, you're able to increase your sales and you're able to earn up to 70% royalties on your Kindle ebook. So it's very nice and it's an amazing platform. So let's click on this so then we can dive a little bit deeper into what those details look like with utilizing their platform. So let's see. So we're going to go to continue setup. So here's your process of what Kindle kind of walks you through. You have your paperback details. Um, you can choose your primary language for your book. So for me, I chose English. You're able to pick your title. And if you have a subtitle, you're able to pick that out as well. If you want to do a series or like book edition numbers, you can add that on there. Um, for you being the author, you can use your real name, or if you want to keep your name secret, that's strictly up to you. Here, if you have like any contributors or anybody that you want to reference and cite any pictures or sources that you use, this would be your contributor space right here. Also, you'll have like your book description right here, your publishing rights. So if you own the rights to all of the materials that you're using for your book, you would just state that. And also, they go into detail. Here, they kind of have the categories that your book belongs under. So for me, my book belongs under education and teaching, schools and teaching, and then I have the early childhood education, homeschooling, and education. So this is like when people go on Amazon, they kind of know where to find you. So if someone is searching for homeschooling material, education material, then my book will pull up on their website for you to be able to see those. So these are different keywords that can generate my book to being pulled up for other people. And then this is what you would kind of set your release date. And so it lets you know that they do kind of block you from changing your title after a certain amount of days. So since my book will be released um, on the 21st, that I can no longer change or edit that information. And so we're going to go up here. So we went from the paperback details and now we're going to the paperback content. So we're going to save and we're going to continue because all the information has been completed already. And so we're waiting for it to load. So also the thing that I love about Kindle Direct Publishing is that they automatically generate and give you your own ISBN number. So that's what's going to be attached to your book when it gets ready to be sold on the Amazon platform. You do have your printing options, and it does show you, like, if you decide to go for a black and white interior for your book, this is kind of a sample of what it will look like. Also, if you decide to go with standard color interior, it'll show you what that looks like. And I decided to go for the premium color interior because it makes the color pop. So I am using a book that utilizes like colors. So I want them to be bright and vibrant. Also, it does let you know how much the paperweight is and what's kind of like recommended for books that you use for a premium color interior. For me, you're able to go in on the website and adjust your trim size. So for me, I understood that I wanted to do a curriculum. So I was able to adjust my trim size to where it's not like small, like a regular book that you read, but that it's a lot larger to where you can actually like flip the pages, see the content and everything fits smoothly. I did the no bleed because I don't want anything to kind of like run over into the next page and to look off when it comes to everything looking nice, neat, and organized and presentable when people order your book. And so here is where you will upload your manuscript. So that's that PDF file that I share with you guys that you'll be downloading from Canva. So that would have all of your curriculum material. If you're writing a book, it would have all of like your different chapters and everything inside of there. So once you upload it, it'll let you know that you've uploaded your book successfully. And so it will give you the green check mark, which means that you're good to go and that you don't have anything bleeding over. It also lets you know what type of files that they accept for your manuscript. So you could do PDF, docs, HTML, or RTF. And then also we have the book cover. So you can either create your own book cover, you can upload it, or you can use some of the templates that they already offer. And so this is kind of what my template looks like. So this is the front cover of my book, and then this is the back cover where they have my ISBN number. So anytime my book sells, it will be associated with the ISBN number. Here, if you want to have it where the AI generates content, if you have like AI generated content, then you would select yes or no. And for me, since I don't have any AI tools that I use to create this content, I just selected no. And then here you have your book preview. So this means I've worked on Canva, I've created my curriculum, I've downloaded my PDF file, I've uploaded my manuscript, I've set my title, I have my ISBN number, and I also have my front cover and back cover of my book complete. So this is the final preview of what your book will look like when you get ready to sell it on Amazon. So we're going to launch our previewer so I can show you kind of what that looks like. So you see how it kind of has like the red line, so that lets you know that you don't want any words that are bleeding over your page. So everything looks nice, it looks neat. And here is the back cover where I kind of explain the purpose of the book and who this book or curriculum is created for. Here I have my title page. And then here is where I have the purpose of the curriculum. So this is kind of what our curriculum or my curriculum will focus on. And then here's creation. And then here's where we talk about like Genesis with the scripture. And then here's our activity planner form. So this is everything that I showed you guys previously through Canva, but now it's actually in a book. So this is fun. And this is really nice because you're able to see everything be brought back to life. And so, what Kindle Direct Publishing will do, they'll take everything, they'll allow you to preview it, make sure everything looks good, and you'll just select approve. And so, once you select approve, Amazon is like, okay, everything's good, everything's looking good. And now you're able to go to your summary. So your summary, we're having the ink and paper type, bleed settings, paper cover, finish, trim size, page count. And then also you're able to set the pricing for your book and it'll show you how much it costs for you to print your book. So we're going to hit save and continue. And so this is kind of like the fun part because now you finalized everything. And here you're able to set what areas. So if you want to do worldwide, you're able to sell your book worldwide. So that means international. Also, you're able to set your primary marketplace. So mine is strictly Amazon.com is where I want to sell this curriculum. And then you're able to have your pricing, royalties, and distribution. So this kind of gives you the breakdown of the percent that you'll make, and then the royalties is, how much you'll make as far as like your profit from selling the books. And so this is well, this is the royalties of how much Amazon will make off of each purchase that you sell. And so you're able to go under the list price and set how much you want your book to be sold for and how much it costs for printing in different countries. And then once you're done, you'll agree to the terms and conditions. And then you're also able to request a book proof, which is a physical copy of your book. And so what I didn't realize is that once you hit request proof, it'll automatically put it in your Amazon cart and it'll have it at a discounted price for you where you could order however many books that you want. Um, you could just order however many books that you want and you can be able to purchase that on Amazon and Amazon will ship it to you. And then you can also hit publish or paperback book and so it'll save all of your information and then it'll take you right back to your bookshelf, which is kind of the different books that you've used to create. And so you'll get this and it'll say that everything is submitted. So this is kind of what everything will look like once you're done and you've completed that. And so here you have like your report. So that'll, let you know if you haven't published anything yet. So since this book has not gone live on Amazon, you wouldn't see any reports. And so here's the community aspect of it. So you're able to see like your page, you're able to talk with other authors from all across the world who utilize this platform. And then your marketing, that'll just have how much you sold, what your profits look like. So I just wanted to share with you guys that when it comes to creating your own curriculum, it's very easy, very simple, and is affordable, it's free. So if you do want to go on the Canva website and you want to utilize some of their premium options that they have as far as like images, you can do that. Also, to publish your book or your curriculum, Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing is free. So whatever idea that you have in mind, you can make that happen. So I did want to share with you guys just the information on how you can create your own book and your own curriculum. And I just wanted to share with you guys the different resources that I use. Also, if you do have any other information in regards to any problems that you may be having with creating your own curriculum or your own book on that platform, I do have an email that you can reach out to me with for any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have. You can reach out to me by email at director@inspirechild.net and also Inspire Childcare Centers at gmail.com. So those are the two emails that you can reach me at. And also feel free to go to our inspirechild.net website where you can learn more information about Inspire Childcare Centers and the Inspire program. And also we do have an event coming up in June in Brownsville, Tennessee on June the 21st, 2025. We do have a registration. So if you're looking for your child to learn about their skill sets, connect with local business owners, and to launch their business, we do only have a $5 registration fee. And so I'm super excited just for the upcoming events that Inspire Childcare Centers is hosting. And we'll also do an event in November in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So I'm super excited. So I hope that this information was beneficial to you. Also, just feel free to reach out to me as well on Inspire Childcare Centers on our Facebook page. And so I hope that this content was of benefit to you. Also, if you do have any questions about like your margins when it comes to creating your own curriculum, you can reach out to me as well. So I thank you so much, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I look forward to sharing more content with you soon. And also, I'm so excited. The curriculum will be posted on Amazon on the 21st of March. So get ready. I'll make sure to share that information with you as soon as it drops. So I'll share the information on where you can find the book. You could go out and purchase it. If you know someone who's homeschooling or if they have a child who is from the ages of 2 to 5, they can make sure to check out that information and those resources. So I thank you guys just for taking time out your day to learn how to create your own curriculum, what platforms to use and applications so that you can get your business idea out, okay? And for it to be sold on the Amazon platform. Thank you